Yeah. All right.
I remember my first bite. When you are fishing and you get that first tug, that first bite, and the first fish you ever catch, I think most people don't ever forget that fish. It's thrilling. It's just, it's something that goes, you know, right through your heart and your mind and everything else. You just don't forget it.
San Diego Waters has some of the best fishing in the world. You can go out less than 15 miles from here. You can catch bluefin tuna, yellowfin, wahoo, dorado, sea bass, sheep's head, all different kinds of fish. There's something for everyone. It is the #1 bait fishing fleet in the world.
It started in the 30s as far as a very small industry fishing, a few people on the boat, and it just slowly grew, but it was always on converted vessels, crash air rescue boats from the Navy, boats with single engines, and not much range, and pretty much designed with minimum galley and not much in the way of sleeping accommodations.
It took a dedicated, passionate fisherman to want to enjoy the kind of boats that were way back then. Bill said, what can we do to bring people down here from Los Angeles? They can catch fish up in the Los Angeles area, but what can we do to attract them here? We need to give them better boats, we need to give them better service.
Once Bruce Barnes and Bill Poole came onto the scene, they expanded the industry immensely by building brand new boats.
He designed from experience the ultimate long-range sport fishing boats and started building an entire fleet of them that are home ported here.
Our latest boats were 2 bunks high, cedar line closets, hot and cold fresh water in the rooms, just a wonderfully comfortable setting. So yeah, we've come a long way.
There's nowhere that I know of where you will find a fleet of boats that is capable of running a couple thousand miles without getting fuel, make enough water to take care of people, keep them comfortable, than you will find in San Diego.
It certainly began to bring people down here. The people coming from outside the city of Los Angeles or any other area outside were bringing revenue to San Diego.
Right on. That was a mean son of a gun.
This is where you catch the big tuna. There's no place else on the whole West Coast where you can catch 200, 300 pound yellowfin tuna, and then all the wahoo. I mean, this is just the place to go.
Fishing is a really big part of our industry. It employs over 2,000 people right here in San Diego, brings in almost $300 million a year.
Worldwide, San Diego is considered one of the desired bucket list places to go if you're going to be sport fishing.
I actually fished all around the world, and this is unique. It's the boats go farthest from port of any fishery. It's really the only big live bait fishery, and the fish are fantastic.
Tens of thousands of anglers come here every year, and it's not just the fishing trips, it's the fact they bring families and they stay in hotels and they eat in restaurants, helps out the marinas and just about everybody on the tidelands. It's a huge economic driver for San Diego.
The largest fleet of its kind in the world. We have people come from throughout the world to come visit San Diego, and this is home base.
They come from all over the world, across the United States, a lot of people from the East Coast.
We come so far, it's like a trip of a lifetime. Yeah.
In a normal year, between whale watching, sport fishing, etc., in Southern California, we'll transport over 1 million tourists. It's kind of the magnet, but the impact of the whole region, pretty significant.
I've already put my deposit down for next year's trip, and I'll just keep going, and as long as I'm physically able. There's guys that go on the same trip that are in their 90s, so I got a lot of trips left in me.
I sit at the dock when the boats come in, and people are just smiling from ear to ear, and that's exactly what you want to see. Is part of our recreation here at the port. Sport fishing is a big part of that, and the fact that people can do that right here in San Diego Bay, that's a big deal.
Thank God for the natural resource. We happen to be in the right place in the world.
We're trying to preserve this fishery for future generations. As sport fishermen, we have an inherent responsibility to be stewards of the environment.
SAC is leading 2 different data collection projects that we actually spearheaded. to collect length, frequency, and length weight data for various tunas, because these anglers have access to these fish in a way that no researcher really does, because they're on the water every day, all day. We went to NOAA and DFW and said, there are some holes in the data here. We don't think it's accurately representing what is happening on the ocean. We came up with a plan to collect this information. So that is really what makes it unique, is that we went to them and they signed off on it and said, sure, collect your data. We collect the data and then we hand it back to them and they summarize it and analyze it.
104.
There is nothing more empowering to tell a fisherman that, I know it seems obscure, you're collecting some fish lengths, but this might be used at the international level to manage a stock. So I think that's really sets us apart. It wasn't top down, it was industry driven.
More and more anglers now, more and more professionals in the industry recognize that our stewardship of the resource, of the environment, is very important, and that's what's going to ensure a long future for all of us in being able to participate in this fishery.
I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it, and I think we just are at the tip of the iceberg. You know, we only started this last year, the pilot project, with the tuna measuring, and I cannot wait to see what happens.
It's amazing to see the industry grow all the way from here, all the way to the tip of the Baja Peninsula. All these people are some of the same people that today are now fishing at Rancho Leonero, the East Cape, and Puerto Vallarta.
Mexico's a very important partner of the United States, and when you talk just about the tourism, the back and forth across that border creates about $7 billion in economic impact just in San Diego. The sports fishing industry's gone all throughout Mexico doing radio shows and talking about the ports in Mexico, how safe they are, and what good partners they are to San Diego.
We felt it very, very important to start working closer with Mexico to give our customers options of places they'd like to go visit. In order to do that, we wanted to go and see for ourselves what there was to offer. We've done one so far this year in Mazatlan, Cabo San Lucas, Ensenada. Persons from the Port of San Diego, the Port Tenants Association, Sport Fishing Association, working together with the local government officials and community leaders of each of those Mexican ports. The biggest thing that we received from the radio show was the opportunity to build relationships with the leaders of each of those ports. When our port and our businesses are reaching out to them and doing something of substance that's going to help promote tourism in their region, that says a lot. And we were able to build some amazing relationships that are going to help each other for the future.
I know we're going to continue to do it. We're going to go back to these venues. We're going to do more radio shows. We're going to do more promotion. I hope we're going to do more fishing, because after catching that marlin, I want to get my fish back, or I want to get my lure back in the water.
As we move forward in the work that everybody is doing region-wide, the bi-national effort, whether it be at the border on land or the border in the ocean, we need to continue to work together on building those relationships, seeking what needs to be done, and helping each other. When we're standing shoulder to shoulder saying, we the region, and not individually, it carries way more influence.
The word is getting out. We had the biggest season we have ever had here in San Diego. That is due to the collaboration, to the radio shows, to all of us working together to really promote San Diego as a world-class fishing destination region.
We have a model that's working. Both sides of the border, working together, talking to each other. We're stronger because of that.